I have no ill will against anyone. That's why I'm not a violent person. Hence why I have nothing on my background check that would indicate something if I had been hospitalized prior, was off hearing, like mistakenly heard something that I thought was a soundboard prank, and they said I was schizophrenic off hearing something that was very real. Hence why I just basically stay away from the hospital, because I figured they cleared me twice, so I figured if anything, they can't go back on their decision, because it's been twice now that I had no idea if boasting about what you have online can cause harm towards you because of what you say or act. But I wasn't really boasting that it was something that they can't prosecute someone on when they gave that to you, knowing fully well that your parents had two houses at one point. That and your grandpa served in the military with his brothers, and they can't go forth and make up something that then you're some sort of violent guy, or making you out to be some sort of like lunatic, when it was because they were trying to take the art, and I figured it wasn't fair to have something that you had sketched and they're trying to say it belonged to someone else when that guy didn't even have your last name. I know people that have YouTube channels normally get sort of ridiculed and all sorts of stuff, but I'm not really like sure how to explain, like, if they can't have accounts where there's two against one after your parents like sort of pass or whatever, if they say that it's all fraud when they gave that to you and you had set form. On that form you said you played video games and had took a photo stamp copy of set form, and I still have all that as long as no one sabotages the information or throws it all out saying that. I don't understand why even now they have a jury summons, they shouldn't have a summons when you had all sorts of surgeries and stuff. And if I'm talking to somebody via the hospital, they're not saying like how you push the left button for the horse, but the horse is running because it's not button mashing if you know the screen layout and all that other stuff. And then the space, because you've been into a mental ward, doesn't make you a mental case. They advocate for people that have committed suicide, and if they get caught saying that, like, damning shit about a person and a person's family, then they can get prosecuted if that person does commit suicide. Hence why I had my hand nicked in a head concussion room, because I kept making rude remarks and shit back then before we moved. And I was playing that Shenmue game because it was not as violent as it seems. It was just set like a detective point and click game set in real Yokosuka, Japan, back in the 1980s, through the 80s games that they had in cassettes back then, that stuffed arcades and stuff that they had And I know this is Sony, but I figured Sony was the one that got the game going to get the release of the third game. I have no way of getting back at anyone. That's why I don't understand why they're so harsh with their stuff they're trying to pull here. But they've done it to other people, so I know it's just not me myself. Knowing that they've done that to all the neighbors around here, basically had courtroom cases, and they ended up losing their house over this dude that does that to them over a period of time. That I don't know how he gets away with that. He's not housing authority. It'd be different if God, I'd fill that up, but I ain't really badmouth anyone up until I hear stuff outside of this that I have no control of. People laughing hysterically saying you're gonna get thrown in when your parents pass, and I don't think that's cowardisms on their part to have something so viciously rude towards a person's family that worked hard for all the stuff. If anything, they can't take me in because anyway, someone else outside my family will probably, they can't take all the family in if some said dispute off something. If someone does pass, you just have to live with having the person terrorize you via all these neighbors and talk all vicious shit towards you and be like ridiculous with shit that they have no idea that you've gone through stuff. And
Looking for me? Sandra Deshte, samurai. Oh no! Legion Harsinta. Who will fight? Ходогч нь огтлноос самурай!
To lift our tired spirits. Centuries ago, the warrior, Tadayori, saved Azamo Bay from pirates. My lord, please join me.
Sounds like you have an interesting tale to tell.
Centuries ago, Tadayori Nagao was the greatest archer on our island, famed for his wisdom and perfect aim. The Kami Hachiman himself was so impressed, he gave the archer his armor, light and strong beyond compare. In those days, cruel pirates raided the coast. They threatened the town of Azamo Bay with annihilation. The people fled to safety, but Tadayori faced the pirates alone, wearing his mythic armor. The pirates stormed the town. Tadayori's arrows tore through them. Few survived, but not one blow pierced Tadayori's armor. Years later, Tadayori died peacefully at home, but his armor mysteriously vanished. Some say his descendants guard it still, awaiting the rise of a warrior to defend Tsushima once more. The little writing about Tadayori that survives refers to a violet crown, a place in the north of Azamo, strewn with violet chrysanthemums, where Tadayori would often meditate.
Driving the Mongols from our home is all I care about. This armor could help, if it's as good as you say.
His armor is without equal, my lord. And I believe it is still out there. Find the Violet Crown.
Let's go! Let's go!
Violet Chrysanthemum. The musician who told me the legend of Tadayuki mentioned them. It could lead to the Violet Crown. Violet Crown. Tadayori's armor could be here. Incense. Found recently. Something inside that container. A map to Tadayori's rest.
Kage, come on!
Couldn't do this without you, boy.
Let's go! Come on! Fight me! I'll take you into the Mongols. Get my everything he has. Kill him! Right!
I thought maybe the purple flower thing marked on the map was that. I have no idea where that's at on the map.